Well, before we get started, Mathias, I just want to say thank you so much for chatting with us today. And I think first and foremost, a huge congratulations is in order because you are officially the very first ever winner of a Next Golf Tour event. I mean, that must feel very special.
Yeah, it's definitely special. I guess more special than I thought it would be. So yeah, it's been a lovely day so far.
I mean, you had an incredible bogey-free round. You scored 8 under 64 total. I mean, how does this moment rank in terms of your golfing career?
Yeah, yeah, as you mentioned, I had a solid round. It's a tough question, really.
Do you
It
remember it? It must feel like quite a long while ago.
yeah, it's been a really long week. Like after I played and been like watching the leaderboard and following and hoping for the win and don't know what to expect really. Um, but it's pretty high up there. I've won a few times on Nordic League tournaments in the Scandinavian Pro Tour. But this one feels special because it's so different. And as you mentioned, it's the first ever like global international indoor global event. So it's really special, and it's special because you guys and TrackMan people are making such a huge effort of making the best product as possible.
Yeah, I think you briefly touched on it just a minute ago, but I think what makes the Next Golf Tour so interesting is the fact that lots of people are playing their golf at different times
Yeah,
within the competition event window. So you finished your round and then people are still playing and the scores are coming in. Were you checking the leaderboard then once you'd completed?
yeah, way too much. It was the first thing I did every day after I wake up because it was like the time zone. So people in Asia and Australia and New Zealand, they were playing while I was sleeping. And then late at night, when I was like trying to fall asleep, people in the United States and Canada were playing. So it was like people on the course all the time.
God, I can't
Um,
even imagine. That must have been quite stressful.
yeah, it really.
Do you have a memorable moment in your round?
Um, a few, yeah. I played really good, really solid. Um, I worked hard, I would say. I played many rounds and practiced a lot of simulator golf, but especially hole number 18. As you can probably tell by my body reaction on the tee shot, I really thought that I hit it into the water.
Yeah, I saw that
and,
on Instagram.
and luckily, I aimed enough left for it to be safe, so to say, and got a good lie, and I hit a really good wedge shot to seal the birdie.
So the first round of the Next Golf Tour saw everyone playing the PGA West Nicholas tournament course. What were
Yeah,
your thoughts on it?
I love to play it like in real life. I
Have you
really
played
would
it many
love.
times?
Sorry?
Have you played it many times in
Yeah,
real life?
simulator. Yeah, probably 25, maybe 20,
Nice.
20 hours. Yeah. So I'd love to go there and play it like in real life one day.
So you
Um,
played 25 times on a simulator, but never in real life.
no, no, never in real life.
Wow.
That's the thing when you're playing simulator golf, you get so eager to get to play some of these courses in real life.
Yeah, well, hopefully you'll get have the opportunity to play it soon.
Yeah,
That'd be
hopefully. Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah. So as you know, there's also a number of side games that are taking place within the competition. So long drive, birdie streaks. Did you think about these at all during your round?
Of course I did a little bit. I would say I was thinking more of it in my preparation, sort of, and especially like simulator golf and real golf, if we can call it that. It's two different things, really. So with these settings we play on with the autopod, makes the game plan a bit different, really. So I had a few of them in mind, and I was actually thinking that before the tournament that I could compete in the long drive, but turns out I had no chance really.
Really? Do you know what the long drive length was in the end? I need to have a look.
I don't know, like 25 yards past me, I'll say. So
Maybe next time, we've got many rounds to play. You could be up
yeah,
there.
I don't really think so. Some of the guys are really hitting it far. So
So I feel like this is actually a really interesting question, but how did you find playing competitive golf on a TrackMan simulator?
awesome, I would say. Like the adrenaline rush is about the same as when you're in contention at a tournament outside. I was so freaking nervous, especially on the back nine. The last 4 or 5 holes, like I had a hard time like pointing at the touch screen to where I would like to aim, just shaking. So you really
Wow.
get that competitive feeling. I would say just as much as when you're in contention at a real tournament outside.
That's amazing. Did you have any like friends or family watching you whilst you were playing?
Yeah, I did. One of my friends and sponsors, who's actually the owner of the simulator I play in, he just sat there like a moral support, like saying good shots and whatever. So it was quite nice. Surprisingly enough, he said afterwards that he didn't feel like I was that nervous.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was a bit interesting that he didn't notice that much.
That's super nice because you probably get your friends and family next time. They can sit, have a drink, and watch you play a whole round of golf. I
Yeah,
think that's
friends
pretty
maybe,
cool.
family
Yeah.
definitely not. My dad would get a heart attack if he were
Oh,
watching.
really?
Yeah,
So I'm understanding that you have quite a lot of experience with the TrackMan simulators already. So this was all your first time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so obviously, like you said, playing golf outside and playing on a simulator, pretty different, but how real does it feel? Or what is the different strategies that you have to put in place in order to kind of bring your golf game up to the top?
I mean, it's like especially the long game in the simulator. It's like you'll be rewarded if you hit good shots. No doubt about that. If you hit a perfect drive, it's gonna be perfect either inside or outdoors. Short game is tough. Short game is really tough because I think many of us competitive golfers, when we play outside, it's a lot of feel and a lot of like eye measurement. Not really thinking what is 35 yards or 40 yards. It's more like feel. And of course, when you're playing in a simulator, you don't have that same feel. So you have to be a bit more mathematical, I think I would say. Um, really look at the numbers and think of the numbers and only the numbers.
Yeah, so really interestingly, before when I first started golf, I played a lot on a simulator. And so I only knew how to hit like a 30-yard shot. So when I
Mm.
went out on the course, I didn't know how to hit a 30-yard shot. I'd have to like zap it that close
Yeah,
because I only knew my swing for like the numbers.
it's like I grew up without the rangefinder. So when I played, especially junior golf, it was like when I had a 30-yard shot, I didn't know if it was 30 or 40 or 35. It was more like feel it, like see the flag and feel the shot.
Yeah, I mean it's super different but super interesting. And I think it's actually probably going to benefit your golf game all round, right?
Yeah, I would say it's different, but it can help you like to be better on the outside as well.
Yeah, I think so. Looking at your scorecard, you got a super nice eagle on the 11th. During your round, did you feel like you had any lucky or unlucky breaks?
Of course, that tee shot on 18, I would call a bit lucky. It was definitely not my best tee shot of the round. Um, but I mean, I played the course enough times to know that on 18 that I would just aim for the like left rough to be clear of the water if I happen to miss it right. I was a bit lucky, yeah. Besides that, I felt like on the front nine I hit a lot of really good shots that ended up like 11 feet, 12 feet from the hole, where it's the setting is that it's one putt within 10 feet. So I felt like I got a really slow start, and then yeah, I really get it going on the back nine.
Nice. So as we've mentioned, this was the first ever Next Golf Tour event. How much have you enjoyed being a part of round one?
An awful lot, really. It's been super nice. It's been nice competing again. I haven't competed in golf since October. So it's just been nice to feel that, as I mentioned, the rush from when you feel like you got something good going and you're in contention, big money on the line. So it's been really nice to feel that rush again. Yeah, it's been really nice overall.
And how important is having an opportunity like this for players like yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Now that I succeeded and won the first event, I managed to like secure my whole season playing on the Nordic League, basically. Like all the travel expenses for tournaments when we get to summertime here in Scandinavia. So it's really, really good start to the year.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible start to the year. I mean, you've done extremely well to come away with such a great win. You've got a huge check in your hand. I saw the photos earlier.
Yeah.
What will the prize money do for you? I'm assuming you just said it's going to help with traveling for future events. Is there anything else it's going to support with?
Of course, I mean it's going to help with expenses like travel expenses and entry fees for the like better part of the first 6 months. In about 4 weeks or so, I'm going to Spain for playing 4 events on the Nordic League. That's very costly with entry fees and hotel stuff like that. So it's definitely going to pay for that. First of all.
Yeah, I mean, it must be a bit of a reliever to have that in the back pocket.
Yeah.
This is a very important question. Would you recommend the Next Golf Tour to a fellow player?
Yeah, I definitely would. I would recommend it to everybody, and even on different levels of golf, I would say, because it's not the most expensive entry fee, and there's so many different side games. Aggregate closest to the pin. If you can hit the ball far with your driver, you can compete for money there. If you're a really good social media content creator, you can make something special there. So there's different ways to like get your money back and even earn money at the next golf tour than just by shooting the lower score.
Yeah, I actually really love that. Super nice. Like, I
Yeah.
didn't really think of it as a way of you can actually just compete for one of the side games.
I think guys are doing that. I mean, I actually texted a little bit with the guy from Canada, long driver, a guy called Ryan. He was leading the long driving for a long time, and he told me that he never played a full round on the simulator. He just used it for practice when he was competing for long drive. So he saw the prize money for the long drive and signed up for the tournament. So I think that he was just seeing an opportunity to make a few bucks if he could win the long drive.
Yeah.
Not thinking about the score.
See, that's such a nice story. I really enjoy that. I feel like it is helping golf become a lot more inclusive.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's like it's like the first time I can think of where you guys managed to find different like golfers in different stages of their career competing all together at once. Like teaching pros, like they have played a lot and now they don't play so much more. Now they teach, but they can still enter a tournament and they can compete. Um, so it's different. Everyone is different.
yeah, for sure. Anyway, Mathias, as we've already said, huge congratulations on your win. Will we be seeing you again in round two?
Definitely, yeah.
And do you plan on doing anything between now and then?
Just playing a lot of rounds. Of course, I'm hitting some balls and practicing a bit outdoors as well. Actually going for a club fitting with the Cobra guys in Scandinavia tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna have a day off from the simulator golf. Um, but I'll be playing a lot of rounds and practicing my simulator golf.
Yeah, I mean, you could go for like the double win here.
Yeah, I'll try to do my best.
Anyway, thank you so much, Mathias, for chatting with us today. Super well done. And we look forward to catching up with you in future events.
Thank you very much.